My name is Celeste Flores, and I'm the co-chair of Clean Power Lake County. And we are working to ensure clean air, clean water, and healthy soil for every Lake County community member, and to achieve the self-determination of those disproportionately impacted by environmental pollution. So really just have this vision of a sustainable community that's prospering and that is really centered and being led by those that are most vulnerable in our community, that are immigrant, low income, working class community members. It's been amazing. It's been a blessing to be part of Coming Clean. We are an all volunteer organization. We do have at the moment 2 paid interns because we believe in paying people if we can, but we're not a nonprofit. We're just a group of community members that realized that there was a coal plant in our community, and then from there realized, oh, we're living in an environmental justice community, and there's a lot of other pollutions. So being able to be part of Coming Clean and being able to be part of it's a national organization that's got all these members, and just being able to know what's going on federally and plugging in if we need to has been great. We've been able to learn about different opportunities, being able to testify at different EPA hearings. I myself personally have been able to travel, well, before COVID, travel to DC with Coming Clean and testify on behalf of my community and speak for my community. And I don't think those connections would have been made possible if it hadn't been for being part of Coming Clean, and Coming Clean being able to help financially have our volunteers be in DC. I want to say 2018. Yeah, because I learned about Coming Clean when I learned about ethylene oxide and having 2 facilities in Lake County that are emitting ethylene oxide. I think someone else in our group somehow learned about Coming Clean and the national work and the federal work that they were doing, and got us plugged in with them. And I remember going, it was in Louisville, the retreat. I mean, I got to meet everyone. I think it was like February of 2019. And that's how we kind of got plugged in. So it's been a little recent, not as long as other members. I think in the retreat, being able to meet so many people, and like people of color that are doing this work, I think a lot of the times I, cut my teeth doing environmental organizing with Clean Power Lake County and Sierra Club. So I think I had an idea of what the environmental movement was. And I think Clean Power Lake County becoming independent from Sierra Club, and then joining Coming Clean as a member, and meeting people from New Mexico, people from Louisiana, and then being BIPOC and meeting executive directors as well, I think for me really showed me the depth of the environmental justice movement, and knowing that we did have a place as a group in the movement. Yeah, I mean, I think we have been working really hard as a group and as a steering committee, not only to have diversity, all types of diversity, but specifically intergenerational, and really working with folks in high school and college and getting them on board, right? Because we are working to leave behind, hopefully a better planet, and a planet that they can live in and be sustainable in, and really integrating and creating this internship program for college students has honestly been one of the highlights for me. I've always worked with youth. That's my background, youth ministry personally. So I've always tried having summer internships, but the dedication and the commitment from the steering committee to pay them and find that funding has been huge. Because I think growing up, I'm a 1st generation college student. I'm a child of immigrant parents. Like, free non-paid internships, like that was not a thing that my parents were like, no, you're going to be working this summer and you're going to be working winter vacation. So being able to know that we can offer that opportunity to our students here in Lake County, and for them to be able to get paid for that experience and being able to take that, whether or not they continue doing environmental justice organizing or they go into any other career, just being able to expose them, but also compensate them for their time, has been amazing to see. And I think that's what we need. We need to bring in more of that youth, have more of that spirit, because sometimes as adults, we can just be jaded in what we've seen or the past administrations, and they don't have any of that historical baggage, right? They just want to try new things or try things that maybe we've done and haven't worked out. So really focusing on that has been great to see their enthusiasm, their charisma for this, and their desire for change, which sometimes I think as adults, we kind of are like, okay, well, this is the year, this is like what we do, or like, this is the legislative cycle we have to follow. And those questions like, wait, why are we doing this? And it's the answer of like, we've always done this, like, doesn't go well with them. So it's been really great to see that flourish and really come to full fruition now this past year. We always have a lot of campaigns, and hopefully we'll have some wins this summer. We have been trying to do a lot of state work when it comes to a just transition for the coal plant in Waukegan, Illinois. We're not there yet, although session is officially over, but it seems like legislators and lawmakers are going to be coming back to vote on a climate and energy bill. But what I'm really excited about is that we are going to be having, we're opening up our summer internship to students. So we currently have 2 interns that are like year round, but we're going to do an 8-week summer program to like learn the basics about organizing and the campaign work that Clean Power Lake County is doing. So really excited to be able to bring on more students into this fold and have them be part of our network and be part of the youth that have gone through the internship program. And then I think something we're working on with Coming Clean, right, is making sure that the new EPA is really listening to community members and making sure that everything that's going on there is getting funneled down, right? So for us, it's ethylene oxide, but there's a lot of other things that are going into our area, and we need to make sure that we have fence line monitoring and everything else that we're collaborating with Coming Clean to make sure that we make comments and show up to those listening sessions that are going to be held this summer. Yeah, I mean, I think just the continuing networking and support. I know that I definitely feel it whenever I reach out to anyone about something. There's always an answer, there's always a response, and the meetings we have are always great. And I think COVID's really shifted those meetings too, right? I think I was so used to the phone calls, the conference line, and now like seeing people's faces, right? Not just getting to see them when you're in DC testifying has been great. Because it's not something, because it's so spread out, the retreat's always a great time to like be able to catch up, but being able to see people's faces during this hard time has been a really great plus. Yeah, 20 years, right? It's so hard to sometimes even imagine when you're just like thinking about not even a year from now where you're going to be. But, I think we have this vision of this community that's self-sustaining and is empowered and part of, a broader movement. And I think for us, part of that hopefully will bring rest as well. I think if we don't have to be concerned about the quality of the air that we're breathing or the water that we're drinking or the soil we're growing things in, I'm just really hoping that we are able to be in a world where those things are just standardized and we can just continue focusing on building our community up and being in a world where nonprofits are not something that we need, where our government is taking care of the people in the way it should be, and we don't need to be doing this advocacy work, but rather being able to rest and be with each other in community. It's been great to be able to see the organization grow as much as it has, and being able to have the partnerships like we have with Coming Clean just adds to the work we're able to do since we are all volunteers. It can be really hard sometimes to feel like we're getting work done, but have definitely found strength in numbers. And Coming Clean has been able to be one of those resources, and an organization that has believed in us and believed in this internship program, and has, especially with COVID, been able to go beyond that and try to, offer other support to both organizations and groups that are in it. So I think just the diversity that Coming Clean has is great because you always feel like there's a place for you no matter what kind of work you're doing. There's so many different campaigns and focuses that it's can be easy to feel overwhelmed with what you're doing or what you can do. But I think that's why at Clean Power Lake County we've tried to focus on climate and energy. Maybe one day we'll do other things, maybe not. But we're definitely grateful to be part of this network with Coming Clean.